got to ask about the dinner last night. First of all, how much steak, how much meat can, especially offensive linemen, put away when it's all you can eat?
We put away a lot. It was all linemen at our table sitting. They were there for a while. We were one of the last ones out.
Anybody do anything spectacular in terms of eating?
You know what? No one, I guess, pulled any records or something like that. It was kind of just we were there, last ones there. Then we got on the bus.
Was there any red or was it all green?
It was all green.
Did you try everything? Did you get it good?
Yeah, they brought around every single thing. We were just trying everything, and then once we liked something, we just told them to keep on bringing that.
What did you stick with? Did they bring the filet around a lot, or were they?
Yeah, they weren't stingy with it. They brought it around a lot.
Clemson. Shannon mentioned, he said they're not real solid on defense. You know what they're going to do. They're just going to come and try to get them out. Is that what you see from them?
Yeah, they're not a huge blitz team or whatever. I mean, they're going to, exactly what he said. They're going to come and try and do what they like to do best, just come and smash mouth. They've done a decent job all year, and some teams haven't had a lot of success on it. So we just got to stick to our game plan.
Their edge guy's pretty good, maybe the best you've seen since the guy from Syracuse, right?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty quick, and a lot of teams had trouble with him, so it's going to be a good challenge. I mean, all of them are real athletic.
Do they widen him out a little bit more and try to get a little more of an angle on him? How do they approach him and use him in passing situations?
Yeah, they'll get wide, and then sometimes they'll do a 3-down, and then he'll be a stand-up, an outside linebacker type guy. He might go in the box. So they try and move around a lot, so you base your game plan on them.
I guess a lot of chipping, a lot of help on the edge a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we'll see. Sometimes we have 1-back or 2-back protections, but we just gotta we can't be relying on that type of stuff. We just gotta be confident in what we do.
You played a lot of really good D-lines towards the end of the season, maybe the 3 best in the Big East other than your own. How do the Clemson players compare to the guys you faced from Pitt and USF and Cincinnati towards the end of the season?
Yeah, they're definitely up there with them. I think it's a different type of D-line that we're usually faced with. I think a lot of these ACC schools, when we played Florida State, they kind of compare this D-line athletic, taller, longer type guys with long arms. So it's definitely going to be a challenge. I mean, it's different from what we usually see, but it's basically almost the same thing. So it's going to be hard.
Different just in terms of the types of players.
It's obviously the same, motors and everything, but
right.
Just how they what they look like, how they play, long arm type guys, real skinnier athletic guys, but still powerful.
They've given up some yardage in the running game. Is that maybe some of it because they played schools like Georgia Tech, they run the ball a lot? What do you see in there that they've given up yardage? I think they're averaging 170 yards a game. They're giving up on the ground.
Yeah, that is one thing that we saw, and we hope we can have success in the running game. And there's some good offenses in the ACC that they face, but they had some success against some good teams like Virginia Tech. They stopped them, and both the times they played them, and we're just trying to see what really worked against them and how to find these little holes and everything. So our coaches are doing a good job with that.
Do you think maybe their defense is geared a little bit to their offense because they do score so many points that they try to contain them, stay in front of them, and you get turnovers?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. I mean, a lot of high-powered offenses are kind of like that, and because when it is a tighter score, their defense looks pretty good, and what most people think, like yards given up or whatever. So it's going to be a great challenge. I can't wait for it.
So in other words, they're kind of a product of what the game's like. If it's tight, if it's close, they're a little stingier. If it's open, they give up yards to keep people in front of them. Is that what you see?
Yeah, I remember when we used to have Pat and Steve, and we used to put up all these points. Sometimes, our defense, they're trying to keep up with that. It's kind of the same thing. So.
From your perspective, the injury situation at running back, does it change anything for the offensive line? Do you guys find that Sean runs more between the tackles in terms of the way that Dana calls plays, or do you think it'll be just the same in terms of running inside, running outside, and the job you guys have to do up front?
Yeah, I think it'll be the same thing for the most part. I mean, Sean, he hit that one outside against Rutgers that one game. He's just got to get the chance and he'll go with it. I mean, whether it's outside zone or inside zone, he'll take it.
Do they play the game differently at all? I mean, obviously the body type is different, but do they actually play differently from your perspective as a blocker?
I mean, a little bit, but for the most part, no. I mean, you know, they have a lot of moves. A lot of their D linemen, you know, they're more athletic, I think, than some teams. So I mean, you know, we'll see some good moves. You know, good playing and all that.